In this video, I want to do a couple of exercises involving operations with rational expressions. As a first exercise, we will going to take this example. So, which expression is equivalent to the above sum? What we need to do in such an exercise is to find the common denominator. So accordingly, everything that's in the denominator, we need to factorize. Let's take this expression and try to factorize its denominators. So we'll keep 2k in the above numerator and just take 3 as a common factor. You will get k plus 4. As for the other part of the sum, we will keep k plus 7 in the numerator and we will factor out k in the denominator, which will give us k plus 4. Next, what we need to do is to find what's common between the denominators, which is the expression k plus 4. Accordingly, for the first part, I will multiply by k in the numerator and the denominator, and for the second part, I would multiply by 3 in the numerator and denominator. Thus, what we will get is 2 into k squared over 3k into k plus 4 plus, now on this side here, we are multiplying by 3 in the numerator and in the denominator. Thus, we will get 3k plus 21 over 3k into k plus 4. Now, if you look at both denominators, they are common. What should we do now in order to get our expression that should look like one of those four choices? We need to combine the two expressions now. So after adding those two, what do? We'll get 2k squared plus 3k plus 21 in the numerator, and for the denominator I will try to distribute again all of the factors such that we will get 3k squared plus 12k, and this expression obviously here looks like the choice A. Thus our answer is part A. Now let's do our next exercise. Which expression is equivalent to the above for all m greater than 1 and n greater than 1? We chose here m and n to be greater than 1 such that we don't have problems with the denominator being equal to 0. Now, in this expression, what we need to do is to factor out the numerator and the denominator. Well, if you look at the denominator, it's already factorized, so we just need to factor out the numerator. How can we factorize our numerator? Notice we have 7 in common, so here what we can do is take 7, then take m to the 4 as a common factor, and only 1n as a common factor. We'll be left with 7 minus 3 into m squared times n over the denominator has 7 m squared n to the 4. We can cancel out now 7 with this 7, m squared from the numerator and the denominator, and 1n from the numerator and the denominator. Thus, we will be left with m squared into 7 minus 3m squared n over, now here we'll be left with n to the 3. If you distribute again this m squared for the two parts, you will be left with 7m squared minus 3m to the 4n over n cubed, which is choice number D. Next, we will do exercise number 3. Which expression is equivalent to the above product for k greater than or equal to 33? Again, k is greater than or equal to 33 here, so that we don't have any ambiguity concerning the denominator being equal to 0. So, in this expression, what we need to do is to factorize it in the numerator and in the denominator. So how to factorize our numerator and denominator? We can use several ways, like for example delta equals to b squared minus 4ac, or we can use our calculator or sum and product. After factorizing this expression, what we will be getting is the following expression. Here what we can do is we can cancel out 2k minus 3 in the denominator and in the numerator, we can cancel out k plus 11 on both sides, and we can cancel out k minus 3. So what we will be left with is 2k minus 3 over k. Thus our answer is part A. Now we will be doing exercise number 4. Which expression is equivalent to the above difference? Here you can notice out that in our difference we have the same common denominator. Thus we can simply add the two expressions to each other, or actually subtract them from each other. So thus we will get 5m squared plus 7m minus 2m over 2m minus 9 on one common denominator. And here we can obviously get 5m squared plus 5m over 2m minus 9. So now if we look at our choices, we will get one of those. It's obviously not D, it's obviously not A, and it's not C. Thus our choice is B. Last but not least, exercise number 5. Which expression is equivalent to the above product for all y greater than 0? In this case, y is in the denominator, thus we choose y to be greater than 0. Here what we can do is just factorize 3 from both expressions. So from the numerator and the denominator, we'll be left with 2y instead of 6y in the denominator, and in the numerator we will be left by 5x over, so here we have 2y times 10y. Again, what we can do here is to factor out 5 from the numerator and from the denominator. We will be left with x over 2y times 2y, which is obviously equal to x over 4y squared, and our choice would be D. Thank you for watching this session.